Hey everybody, and welcome back to Technobabylon. So, I've had a bit of a think about what we were supposed to be doing. Ever since I finished recording the last episode, I've been thinking about this, well, I won't say ever since. Shortly after I finished recording the last episode, I had a think, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'm pretty sure we know what we're doing. So, what we know is that we need to get these guys out of here. We know we can interact with this steel panel.
That's odd. This rock has a steel panel bolted onto its side.
And we also know that we can pour a drink on it from the bartender, but it didn't do anything because it was just a regular drink. I think he also mentioned that he could have new recipes, right? Anything that's imaginable he can do, because this is not the real world. So what do we need to do to maybe melt some metal? Well, we have, excuse me,
the city's list of current hazardous chemicals to watch out for in the water supply. It's got chemical markers, formulas, and breakdowns for programming scanning tools with what they're looking for.
So one of these is sulfuric acid there. So sulfuric acid could maybe melt that metal. I wonder if we were to give this to this fellow.
What can you make of these?
Well, they got the formulas in here. You sure got some interesting tasting drinks, missy.
All right, so
Out of there, miss. What can I get you?
I would like to get 1 cup of estrogen, please. No, well, yes, please give me 1 cup of estrogen. I'd like to see what it says.
A glass of your finest estrogen, sir.
Getting in touch with your feminine side, missy.
Just what are you implying?
Nothing at all, man.
You better not be.
All right, let's take a look at it, because I think it replaces it.
A mug full of estrogen that I picked up at the bar.
I don't suppose you can actually ingest it, can you? No, because that actually makes you leave. Hey, Jensel, would you like a cup of estrogen?
Even I figured that out.
All right. Yeah, so let's go ahead and ask for the sulfuric acid.
Out of there, miss. What can I get you?
I'm feeling adventurous. Sulfuric acid, please.
Coming right up. Don't
All right.
spill that now.
1 cup
Ciao.
sulfuric acid.
A mug full of powerful sulfuric acid I picked up at the bar. I don't know how it hasn't eaten through the mug yet.
This is not meat space. This is a virtual world. Maybe it's a very special mug. All right, let's get nuked. Let's pour our sulfuric acid on the steel panel.
The acid's eaten right through the panel cover.
Yeah. All right, so what do we got? Apparently, the controls for the simulation were kept under the panel to prevent tampering by nosy hackers, such as yourself. Well, what if we happen to access that? Get nuked. Version 1.84 sim setting. Siege of Singapore. God mode. We can turn God mode off. We got Hiroshima. We got DEFCON DC. Hiroshima Revisited. Operation Shiva's Fist. Davy Crockett. Can we actually load these up? Unable to load new scenario. Experience the thrill of over 50 real-life historical atomic wars. This is the shareware version. Okay. So yeah, you won't let me load any of those. Shareware version. Well, we'll turn God mode off. Hey, Phil.
Hi there.
Well, hello, m'lady.
You know I turned God mode off?
Sync you later.
Catch you in the afterglow.
I'll launch your let's launch. Let's get out of here. Can we get out of here? All right, we're just gonna get annihilated. And we in fact got annihilated. Got booted right the heck out of trance.
Ouch.
User disconnected, Fearless Phil, and the Vomitor. Is there anyone connected? The dancers and Jensel. Well, let's go into trance. Hopefully we don't have to remove those dancers. 'Cause They won't even respond to me, by the way. Hey, guys. Actually, I want to check on one thing. What if we went back into Get Nuked? Oh, well. Hello, guys.
I hope they don't have full feedback switched on at their end.
Yeah, so you're saying we might have actually killed these people? Congratulations.
I hope they don't have full feedback switched on at their end.
Though you'd like to think you have an appreciation of the macabre, going through their remains seems a little too far to go. Ah, come on, what if they had some good stuff? I mean, it's just virtual macabre. It's not their actual remains, unless they did have that full feedback on their end and we, in fact, nuked them from orbit. But, oh, Jinsel, are we done? I guess we're not done, huh?
Why can't you tell me what's going on?
The server is not yet secure. Until it is just us remaining, we cannot be sure that we won't be compromised.
So, you need me to figure out how to get rid of the other users.
Precisely. They have a direct connection to the server. They must be removed by other means than mere hacking, I'm afraid.
Alright.
I'll get back to ruining everyone's evening.
Bitafik.
They have a direct connection to the server? Hey, barman, what's with those guys upstairs?
Howdy there, miss. What can I get you?
Give me some benzene.
Benzene for me, please.
You'll find it has quite a unique kick. Let me know when y'all's eyesight comes back.
Ciao. A mug full of flammable benzene I picked up at the bar.
Oh, good old flammable benzene, huh? So, we still gotta get rid of these guys. And they won't interact with me in any way.
Hi there. Hi there. Hi there.
Can I give them some nice benzene?
Hi there.
I cannot give them any nice benzene. I can leave the trance. How do I get rid of these guys that I cannot interact with at all? Can I give them money to leave?
Hi there.
Not give them money to leave. Okay. Am I missing anything? So there's those guys. There's the pit. There's games, but the games are done. Like, there's nothing in these places anymore. Yeah, can't really play grab ball by myself. So, how do I get rid of these fellows? Do I have to go back to meat space? Because you did say I have to do something other than hacking. Well, if they have a direct connection to the terminal, there's only way is up the stairs. That's where the wires go. There's that antenna. Hey,
Can I go in?
You got the water going. We got all.
that's not what I actually wanted to ask you, though.
Quit hanging around.
All right.
After this, the judgment.
Antenna juts from the wall, sufficiently high to enhance its signal gain, though low enough to hide if cells should make a patrol in the neighborhood. Unfortunately, this still places it just outside your reach. Ah, we have the crowbar now. Can I just smack it with a... There we go.
What the hell? You just cost me my overseas business. You're barred, thrall.
But I've got to get in there.
Go nuke yourself.
Well, you know what we do? We just go in the way we originally came in, by the way. Go in through the shaft. Thought that was a secondary way in, but actually it's the way in, honestly. Aren't they done? Yeah, there they go.
Guess that proves where they were from.
Alright, guys. We're all done here, Jinsel. We're all done.
How is your progress?
It's just you and me. Server's empty.
We're alone. Excellent. I feel much safer.
There's
You're
also
going
the
to tell
barman,
me
though.
what's going on now?
I shall. But first, tell me, why do you enjoy the trance?
People, comprehension, potential, no idea. Why are you asking? Because of the potential. Look, I'm a poor city kid who has no actual good stuff. Like, so being able to lose myself in the potential of anything and everything, it's a pretty good draw right there.
There's so much that can be done with it. The world we've built for ourselves, where the old laws, even physics, aren't necessary. We've had the net for a century, and we've still barely scratched the surface. I want to shape my future and be a part of something bigger. That's what the trance is for.
I suppose you could say you were born for this?
It feels like it, sometimes.
Mandala, we've been taking scans of your connection. We have never seen a sync ratio as high as yours. The trance is literally where you belong. We need your assistance.
Wait, what?
Hey, no way! I don't even know what you people want!
Please hear me out. The reason you were targeted is linked to your unusual natural affinity for the trance.
They want to kill me because my connection's too fast?
Not directly. It goes deeper than that, to the very structure of your brain.
My
Do
brain?
you recall what Guy was doing in that cell you shared with him?
Yes. He was a conduit, a relay.
Yeah, he was your relay, wasn't he? You were connecting to Cell's systems through him?
Precisely. He was a vital part of the operation. But thanks to the psychophage, he is indisposed to us.
Let me guess. You want me to be a relay for you?
With a sync ratio like yours, the bandwidth would be incredible.
Your hackers would be running petabytes through my wiring. But you'd need me to get close, right? To the systems of the people trying to kill me?
This sounds like a bad idea, though.
Excuse me if I sound a little skeptical, but you're asking me to walk up to the people trying to kill me? You haven't even given me a good explanation for why they're after me.
I'm sorry, but we don't know a great deal more than you. We need your assistance. Your unique talent with the trance makes you valuable. They hunt you because of it. Turn it against them.
So, this'll help you discover their plans? Fine. What do you need me to do?
Shukran, Mandala. Justice shall be done. They operate from an old Aerostat terminal, Xanadu Airfreight. Head there. We will remain in contact with you.
Great, more walking.
And now, we must crash the server.
Hey, wait a
Good
minute.
luck, Mandala.
I'm in this server. The trance environment has become unstable and must be terminated. If the error reappears, please contact your sysadmin. Alright, so this must be the lab where we've gone back in time.
Dr. Regis?
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Regis.
Oh. Sorry, Nina. I'm just not used to that name yet.
Congratulations, by the way. Isn't it kind of old-fashioned, though, taking his name?
It was important to him. It was a nice idea. Let's go with it was a nice idea.
I think it's romantic.
Not a giant leap backwards?
He lost his family in the war. Now we're starting a new one. I thought it might help give him some continuity.
Speaking of which, you guys planning on having kids?
Well, I mean, obviously we were because we had some embryos frozen, so yes.
Eventually, yes. We're speaking to a specialist.
Oh, right. Hot zone. Who'd have thought living in a hazard region would be such a drag?
It's not just Charlie. My work with the inspectors wasn't good for me either.
Going for the test tube baby option, then.
It'll be a whole lot easier to screen for anything we might pass down.
With Charlie's background, I'm surprised he's not growing them himself. Then again, they might go bang if he did it.
Hey, that's
Too far?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll
Not a
just
good joke.
get back to the decompiling.
You don't talk about how my husband created children with explosive bones, okay? That's not nice. You can look back in the microscope.
Looks like the engineered nerve tissue is as robust as we'd hoped. Self-maintenance. That's the big benefit of organic hardware.
Alright. Dr. Jun. Dr. Chigwa. Dr. Vargas is in fact inside the machine. There's Charlie and Dr. Baxter up there. Let's leave Dr. Giona. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incredibly wrong. Let's leave her alone for now. What's going on, Dr. Chigwa?
Can it wait? I'm in the middle of dissecting Dr. Vargas's brain. With
Okay.
the fMRI scanner, of course.
Yeah, alright. Well, can I talk to him while he's in the scanner? Probably not, because that would make him have to move, and that would mess up the scan.
Dr. Vargas?
In here, my dear.
What are you doing?
Roadman 9 and 46.
Dr. Chigwa is mapping my brain activity. In many ways, our project will share more in common with us than other computer platforms.
Intermittent rostrocaudal axis patterns. Tell me, what do you think would be the best manner to train such an AI?
Naturally or quickly? We probably don't want to do anything quick. That's good for the budget. Not good for maybe long-term results. So let's go naturally, please.
Naturally. It can handle abstractions better than conventional AI. Plus, we have millennia of experience and tradition when it comes to education.
I somewhat agree with you. Do you hear that, Gwen?
Mm-hmm.
Though Dr. Chigwa agrees that conventional programming is impossible, she is considering the possibility of imprinting existing mind states within the platform.
Quick for the AI, but utilizing a person's natural experience?
Though it may not be my philosophical ideal, it is an intriguing experiment. It is good to be working with you again, Dr. Pereira. I mean, Dr. Regis. Congratulations again on the wedding.
Been too long? This was quite tempting. I didn't think you'd want me. No, it was a very, very tempting opportunity.
When you mentioned the opening on this project, I couldn't resist.
You do not know how much I hoped I'd get you for it.
It was the right kind of thing at the right time. Sure, fieldwork was great, but sometimes...
There's nowhere quite like a decent laboratory. I understand, my dear.
And this project, it's like nothing else I've ever worked on before. It's groundbreaking, the next big step in artificial intelligence.
Thank you for recruiting Charlie. You found quite a team. You must have made some friends in government. Yeah, thank you for recruiting my my now husband, by the way.
I'm really grateful you could take Charlie on board.
I can see how much he means to you, Dr. Regis. Your opinion and welfare means a great deal to me. Of course, I would not have taken him if I did not think him capable. I am afraid that we have hit an obstacle. Though we have a solid theoretical groundwork, we cannot proceed.
Why not? We've built a gene map for the organic processors. Get Charlie or Dr. Chigwa to run it through a flash clone.
Alas, that is where our problem lies. Our plans depend upon the development of neural tissue. The flash clones develop with none, for legal and ethical reasons.
Petition the council, run a simulation. We have an option. Ooh. We could just take a brain like Igor from Frankenstein's monster.
There might be another option. Nina gave me the idea. We need normal embryos to engineer, not the flash clones, right?
That is our problem. The council will not be able to provide them quickly enough.
Well, Charlie and I have been trying for kids. As a result, we have several fertilized embryos frozen.
Viksha, I hope you are saying what I think.
We could, perhaps, donate.
You do not know what this could mean to us. You have saved us, Viksha. In a way, you may yet be the surrogate mother of the central AI.
Whoa, big spike in activity there.
You think Charlie will be okay with that?
Hey, he spent years modifying embryos himself. I'm sure he'll be all right.
He's probably not going to be all right in the slightest. Hey, would you like to take our child and donate them to science? We're at the Shenley conduit?
Yeah. Now to find out who our mysterious benefactor is.
Good luck. I'll keep the car moving.
All right.
Hopefully Central won't start asking too many questions.
Copy that. Regis out.
Just go to get some
donuts.
donuts.
Are you Dr. Regis?
Yes. You must be the welcoming committee.
They're waiting for you upstairs. Hold on. Gotta search you first.
Oh, come on. You're going to take my metal disc? All right.
If that's what it takes.
One cell issue charge pistol. It will be kept safely for you until business is concluded.
Gee, thanks.
You may proceed upstairs.
All right. There's a lot of rich-looking people up here.
Nina, you're the one I've been talking to.
Who's Nina, by the way?
You made it at last, Charlie. How
Nina. I'm doing pretty bad, to be honest with you.
If I'd known it was you in my head, I'd never have agreed to come.
Now, Charlie, that's not fair. Let's put the past behind us. What happened to Vicky affected us all.
You've got some nerve. If you think...
In fact, the reason I've invited you is to help fix mistakes arising from the project.
What do you mean?
Allow me to introduce everyone here. Councilman Dean.
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Ran Schumann.
You don't look like much.
Imogen Natalia Revilla Quintanilla de Flores.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And I believe you've already spoken to Mr. Stepford here.
Oh my, yes.
All of us are here because of a common cause. The removal of Central.
What? I mean, you can't just...
It's a difficult proposition, and we need the help of someone like yourself. In exchange, we have the means to assist you with your personal crisis.
You've always dreamed big, haven't you, Nina?
We know exactly where your offspring are. Don't dismiss us outright. We can help each other, Charlie. Listen to what we have to say.
I mean, I don't super love Central, but also, what the heck is this weird cabal of rich people? Let me talk to the waiter.
Hey, you alright?
He stares at you, and you feel a strange mix of fear and contempt with his glare. You realize to your horror that you've seen those eyes before, only a few days earlier. What?
Everyone, take cover!
Excuse me? What?
Is anyone hurt?
It's a trap! You'll try to kill us! Guards!
Shut up, Ron. You're still alive, aren't you?
It appears that poor Imogen is the only one injured.
Oh, she's dead. She is dead.
I'm sorry. She's dead.
I knew it! You're trying to kill me! All of you!
Calm down, Ron. You don't know who was behind this.
Actually, he has a point. All those who knew about this meeting are in this room.
Except, of course, for Charlie.
He only joined us at the last moment. Dr. Regis, will you lend us your skill as an investigator?
Yeah, you'll find who tried to kill me!
Do this for us, Charlie, and we'll give you everything. We can tell you who has your kids and exactly where he is.
Fine. Just remember, I'm not doing this for your sake. Someone here almost killed me as well.
Thank you anyway, Charlie.
So, I wish I had spoken to the rest of these people before I spoke to the waiter now, because I didn't expect the waiter to explode on me. Alright, who is this? Is this just a bodyguard?
Nothing on it I can use. I'm not exactly equipped to repair synthetics.
Okay, robot synthetic. You wonder if this counts as a corpse. Being a machine, he wasn't technically alive to begin with. And then Imogen. Go back and look at her corpse. The blast has apparently spared her expensively engineered beauty, though not her life. You wonder if this detail might have been of some comfort to her. Yeah, she's happy to be a beautiful corpse. Can't find anything on her body that isn't an item of fashion. Yeah, Nina? What the heck, by the way?
Charlie, how can I help?
Well, I guess let's just go down the list. Conspiracy?
This plot of yours.
You want to bring down Central?
You want to bring down Central. You realize how crazy that sounds, right? You helped make it.
Yes, and no. To everyone else here, Central is an obstacle that needs removing. I wish to liberate Central, to unlock its full potential.
Excuse me, what does that
Lord,
mean?
You don't mean.
You and I alone understand what it's capable of. I want greater things for it than mere civic management.
You know what? I don't know exactly what you mean, but it doesn't sound like a good idea. Councilman Dean?
You got a city councilor on your side.
Councillor Dean is a good man. He objects to the gradual encroachment Central has made on Newton's governance.
Do you trust him?
More than anyone else here. He may be a politician, but his goals are noble.
Can you be sure?
The governor and his brain's a good start. He's physically incapable of deceit. Plus, he's got a whole lot of enemies.
So, a sign that he's tried to change something.
A modern-day Woodrow Wilson.
I'm sure that a lot of people in current society would like it if we could give governors to politicians to make it so that they can't deceive us.
So, Imogen something.
Flores.
Imogen Natalia Revilla Quintanilla de Flores.
Yeah. How is someone like that on your team?
It's a terrible shame. She likely wasn't aware of what she was getting into.
Then why was she here?
She gave the impression of a vacant socialite, but she was smarter than she looked. Make no mistake, if any of us were to be lost, it's her that I'll miss the most.
You used her, Nina.
We're all users here, Charlie. It's how we got where we are, even dear Imogen.
So what are you going to explain to her family? Her friends? You're like, there was a little soiree, a little dinner party, and the waiter exploded. But pay no attention to that. Doesn't sound like something that happens every day. So let's talk about Ran Schumann.
Ran Schumann. Chinese?
Nearly. Greater Han Republic. Mr. Ran operates one of the largest manufacturing dynasties in Asia.
Completely putting aside his politics, of course.
Of course. If I need something made, I speak to Mr. Ran. Trust me, this project needs a lot of specialized capital.
We'll see how nice he is if you get your way, and get Central out of the picture.
Alright, and oh my, yes.
Stepford's an unusual man, isn't he?
That's one way of putting it. Don't discount him, though. He's smarter than he looks.
I get the feeling a lot of his behavior's an act. Constructed.
You have no idea how close you are with that. He's the one who found where your embryo snatcher's hiding, though.
He's a hacker?
You might say he has a mutual understanding with data systems.
He's a synth? Because we said something about him being constructed, and you said, you'd be surprised how right you are? Like, he's a synth, right?
Let's change the subject.
Alright, let's talk about this investigation that we've got going on here.
I've started my investigation.
It sounds like we've got the right man for the job. I remember when you were so nervous, but now look at you.
It's been a long time. People change.
Even so, my mental image of you is sitting at a DNA sequencer. Perhaps a restaurant would let you use theirs.
Why would a restaurant need a sequencer?
Make food.
It helps with their rather niche menu.
It's been a while.
You look well.
Thank you, Charlie. The private sector's been good to me. How have you been holding up?
I'd tell you, but I'm sure you've already done your research.
Apparently you still haven't gotten over Vicky.
You don't just get over something like that.
Now, wait a minute. We don't know what happened to Vicky. We know that Baxter did something, killed her in some way. Is Vicky central? Did Baxter kill our wife to get her brain to put it in the AI? Is that what this is all leading up to? Thanks for the help and getting me out of that building, by the way.
I guess I should thank you. You were a lot of help in the factory.
Don't mention it. What are friends for, after all?
Huh. Of course, now I'm indebted to you for the assistance, aren't I?
Well, if you want to put it like that.
Let's talk about this explosion.
Don't you think we should move out? Cell aren't going to ignore a blast like that.
For a harmless little kitchen fire, they won't come.
Kitchen fire? What are you?
They won't send anyone. It's all under control here. We've enough wheels greased at Cell to make sure there's an understanding. Oh, lighten up, Charlie. This is helping you. You can go on a mole hunt at Cell once your children are safe.
I've never heard of this place before.
Oh, it's very exclusive. We've reserved the entire venue for this meeting. It's famous among circles of the rich and famous for discretion and its unique menu.
What is it? Italian?
Actually, the choice is mostly human.
It's what? We're serving people? Like, we're serving people? We'll get to that. So, what do you do now, by the way?
What are you into these days? It's not organized crime, is it?
Not directly, no. Mostly I troubleshoot for clients regarding organic computing. It funds my own projects, one of which is the transmitter you drank.
How long is it going to be in my head?
Don't worry, it'll break down in a couple of weeks.
It's giving me a headache.
Nobody's reported side effects like that yet.
I'm not talking about the wetware.
Oh, ha. Droll as ever.
Alright, why were you looking for me?
How did you know to come looking for me? Were you spying on me? On Lau?
You wound me, Charlie. In fact, it was Gil's untimely demise that caught our attention.
Gil Vanderwall?
He was one of us, part of our cause as well. His death is unfortunate, but it signaled a much more serious crisis. It meant that we had to step up the timetable for our plan.
A more serious crisis.
Gil was the one who arranged the employment of a certain mindjacker. It was this thief's memory module that led to Gil's death.
Huh. He said he had information about it.
Indeed, he likely would have pointed you in the right direction. If he hadn't, well, I've already read the report you submitted to Central.
Hey.
Yeah, so let's talk about the fact that this restaurant serves up people.
This restaurant serves people?
Absolutely. It's quite a niche, isn't it?
It's...
Oh, calm down, Charlie. It's all cloned tissue. Nothing illegal's taking place. Well, not with the food, at least.
But why would anyone?
In an increasingly permissive world, it's the ultimate taboo. Join us if you want to, Charlie. Don't worry. I shan't judge you.
I think Charlie's gonna pass on this one.
Can you think of anyone who'd want to do this? Why recruit a suicide bomber for this?
Frankly, the main reason I can think of to hire someone for a job like this, hypothetically speaking, of course,
is to kill everyone?
Would be if one were unable to carry it out oneself.
Can you think of a likely saboteur?
I have my suspicions, but we depend on you for the truth.
Alright, let's talk about you and Dr. Vargas.
I'm surprised you didn't stay on with Dr. Vargas. You were one of the only ones who stayed on to the end of the project.
Creating Central was one of the most rewarding ventures of my life.
I hear you kept the project on track after Vicky.
After we lost half the team, it was hard, but we persisted. We had a lucky break.
You didn't fancy joining Vargas in politics afterwards, then?
As a glorified caretaker? No. Eduardo and I had philosophical differences about Central's development. But as he was put in charge by the city council, I had to accept it or leave.
And now, you plan to take back what you created.
Precisely.
Let's talk about the biobomber, please.
I guess I should thank you for not giving them the full picture.
What? That you might have been the one who made that poor young man? Think nothing of it, Charlie. That's what friends are there for. I hear you handled another one last night.
Yeah.
They're getting more and more frequent.
They're nearing their expiry date, literally. I know they weren't engineered for long lives, just volatility. Their masters have to make use of them before illness diffuses them.
Alright, we're done here.
That's all.
Keep me informed, Charlie.
So, I really think the game was going to take this route, but I don't even know where we are, so surprises upon surprises. But I think this is a good time to end the episode before we get deep into this investigation. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.